what up? It's your boy Wiz Khalifa, man.
This is Misha the George.
Your boy Christo.
Trap Lake.
Man, it's your boy Tay Cummins. Yeah, send him 2 Flack. It's your boy Chevy Woods from the Taylor Gang.
It's Chew Jackson.
That's your boy Ludi Boy.
Girl, Renee on the way.
That's your boy DJ Grow Quit Playing With. And now you can get it with the Burgh Boys.
Blurp, 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 blurp. It's the Burgh Boys. It's your man DJ Motormane.
Yeah.
I got DJ Spillz on the wheels.
Yes, sir.
I was cutting a little bit with him. Flack over here on my right. Big Hustle on my left with the gong.
What's up, Doc?
Oh damn! I think I done rubbed up against them.
Oh, Homer.
You erased it.
Homer's gone.
I didn't
Eraser
erase
back
Homer.
ass nigga.
Yeah. Homer ain't smoking no more. Homer's fresh.
Homer went the 8.
He's still fresh.
Homer went to the little 10-step dips.
Yeah, it's a wrap for Homer, but
Yeah,
but we still got the Burgh Boys up here though. So right now we are sitting down with our special guest. We good at the Burgh Boys on Twitter and Instagram. We're sitting down right now with our special guest, DJ. Wait, hold on. I need a bigger. You know.
Yeah, get us some music and
Yeah.
shit.
Wait,
Put some
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, we
music.
gotta. Yeah.
Get it.
We gotta pipe up for him real quick.
Let's get it.
We got a Pittsburgh legend in the building right now. We sitting down with like, this is some history. He brought some history with him. He got some Pittsburgh beer. He brought us gifts.
Yep.
We sitting down with the one, the only
Yes, sir.
DJ Nugget. Give him some fire in this.
Give me some fat.
Yeah. And where my horns at? Where my horns at?
I'm talking to Mike's loud. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, it's
Tried
fine.
not to this time.
No, it's all good.
Thank you for that song, by the way. I forgot about that Wu-Tang song. That album is the shit.
Yeah, that One Blood was crazy. So, DJ Nugget, can you please introduce yourself to everyone?
Hey, I'm DJ Nugget. No, seriously, thanks for having me, guys.
No
I
doubt,
appreciate it.
man.
Burgh
Thank you.
Boys. We've been talking about this for a minute now, so I
Yes.
appreciate you guys having me through.
This has definitely been in the works for a long time, and I think it's nothing better than now to be able to put you with a lot of the things that you've done, and also get to talk to you about some of the things you may have coming up, because while you have done a lot, you are still very active right now. So can we stroll down memory lane with you?
Yeah, let's.
You're making me feel way more important than I really am here, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean,
You deserve to feel that way, man. You're a
That's real
super
shit.
humble guy. Let's start from the beginning. How long have you been DJing?
23 years.
see.
Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan.
I feel really old.
Jordan
here.
year. So how what was the first piece of equipment for you?
So I started DJing in 96, 95, 96 in high school. I was playing on literally a Radio Shack mixer and 2 Sony Discman. I don't know if you've ever heard of those, but
Yeah.
I'm showing my age here. Yeah, basically like 2 portable CD players that you'd literally plug like a headphone jack into. But if you plugged them to a mixer into 2 speakers, you could play out on those.
Right.
So I played high school dances on those. Yeah, and
Oh,
then
that's
graduated
lit.
the turntables like 2 years after that, basically.
Wow.
Man,
R.I.P. Radio Shack, man.
No, that's so.
Yeah.
That goes to show you what kind of pioneer you are as far as DJing. Because a lot of people in our city wouldn't have that accolade to even say. Like that's like an OG status type of DJing.
I grew up in a really small town too. I gotta put that out there. So like,
that's what I was.
there were no
gonna ask.
DJs. I didn't know what I was doing either. I just liked music, and I was like, how can I play music for people?
You got any B-boy movies? Because I know B-boy breakdancers got some beat. What's your favorite little movie that with the break out the cardboard on?
Oh man, that's a tough one. But probably
I like movies.
I don't know. Probably Beat Street.
I knew you was
Maybe the
going. I
one
swear
with
that's
Beat
the only one that
Yeah.
You probably
No, because that's the only one I know. Facts.
Really?
Facts. That's the only
I'll
one.
be
I
honest
know.
too. That one's pretty old for me, even for me. And it was more, whenever I got into it, it was more like B-boys passing around these videos of other B-boys from all over the world.
Yeah.
So we used to watch these videos, these like home videos of like dudes from all over the world, like Germany and Japan, like dancing. So shout out to Red Bull. They still put out tons of B-boy videos, which is crazy. And dudes are doing the craziest things ever. So
keeping that culture alive.
You remember
for sure.
You said Radio Shack.
Yeah.
You remember the legendary Sam Goody?
Oh, dude, of course.
I'm just keeping it because I remember Sam Goody used to go in and be able to listen to the shit when it first dropped on the wall. Yeah. Come on, I know about a lot of people don't know about that, baby. I love music.
Do you remember?
I bought a Wu-Tang CD one time, real quick.
Yeah.
Here's a backstory. I had Sam Goody, and
Real shit.
My parents were at the mall with me, and they caught me. It was right when parental advisory was like a really popping thing. They put them on like real big, you know. Yeah. And they caught me buying that. It was a Method Man. Method Man's first album. They made me take it back. And then like a week later, I made my brother buy it for me again.
I was going to say, do you remember your first gig in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. My first gig in Pittsburgh was in the Strip. It was at a club. It was called Area 51. We did a Tuesday night party there, actually. So I've been throwing parties from literally day one, just like a lot of you guys. But, yeah, it was we did an 18 and over night, actually. It was the place was called Area 51, then it changed to Deja Vu, and we did like 2 different rooms, hip-hop in one room, house in the other room. Shout out to my boy Anthony, my boy Todd. Anthony's in New York now, Todd's in Austin, Texas. They're still doing stuff with music. So, yeah. I feel like if it's in your blood, it's in your blood.
Yeah. I was going to ask you, how do you stay so low-key? Like you know, because you out here, but you still, like, under the radar flying, like, but you still out here, like, throwing shit, DJing and everything.
You travel while you do it.
Yeah, but you still, like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I was really trying to promote myself more heavy whenever I was DJing full-time.
Yeah.
Now that I own the bar and the club, I just pretty much, I lay back and just work on that. You know what I mean? I don't care about being the focus at all.
Yeah.
But DJ-wise, I still do some DJ traveling stuff, not as much as I used to do. But yeah, it's, you know, I focus on now, like, bringing other people into the fold and making other things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome.
By the way, don't ever put me on after Huss again. This dude's way too entertaining. I have your glasses, by the way.
Glasses give you the juice, and you might get some energy.
Once he puts them on,
man, we're going to take him to the Trappers, the DJ, man. We're going to get him in secrets, man. I'm going to see if I can set something up for him to DJ in secrets, man.
Best
after
perk
hours,
song ever.
Big Huss Security, man. This is my man, DJ Nugget, man.
He got the
Y'all have to get familiar with him on our side of town.
He can't lose with Big Huss Security.
He can't lose at all, man.
Yeah, you can't
Listen,
lose.
man, you don't have to smell nobody's breath if you don't want to, man.
Yeah, that's how far back
man.
they gonna be.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I know I'm from where?
Right? You got
J Nugget, man, that's my man. We, you know what I mean? We partying in here, the Burgh Boys, baby, the Burgh way.
Hey, Nug, let's talk about the Gold Mark. Let's talk about you opened the Gold Mark. That was the first establishment you opened.
Yeah.
Right? Located down in Lawrenceville for the people that don't know.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the idea to just dive right into opening a bar?
Sure, yeah. I always wanted to open my own place. It got really heavy on the idea, like, late in my 20s. I started kind of just saving money, put money out to the side. And pretty much the whole thing was, and this isn't to diss anybody that I've worked with in the past, but the whole thing was, like, I kept coming up with ideas for places that I would work at because I was DJing 5-6 nights a week sometimes and trying to make my nights better, trying to really push myself, trying to bring people into the fold and do other things. And a lot of things that I came up with, people didn't really want to take to heart or do or work with me on them. So then I was just like, all right, I need to open up my own place. Yeah. And that's the Gold Mark. That was the idea for the Gold Mark. You know, it was inspired by a lot of different things that I experienced DJing and traveling a lot and seeing things in other cities. Yeah. But yeah, it's basically like, I mean, it's a DJ bar to the max. We have DJs every night we're open. We've had, you know, pretty much every DJ in the city play. So
that's what I was gonna say. It is such a DJ like driven bar. You know what I mean? You have DJs not only from Pittsburgh, like you said, you've had everyone there, but out of town, you bring people there all the time.
Yeah.
How do you like? Really, is it just off of connections? Like or do you reach out to random cats sometimes? And
it's more off of connections for sure from out-of-towners. I started booking out-of-town DJs in like 2006 with my man Zimmy. We used to bring guys in from all over the country. Awesome. And then, you know, it's amazing how far those relationships sprout and branch out from just meeting those guys and keeping in touch with those guys and finding who the new guys are. And, you know, we just had a guy from Miami on Sunday at Goldmark named Mike Deuce from Miami. He plays at a club named Live. And this is how small the world is. Mike Deuce came in and DJ'd. I never met him before. Somebody reached out to me that knew him, and they were like, hey, you should book him. He's going to be in Pittsburgh. And I was like, cool, let's do it. But then this is how small Pittsburgh is. The guy that runs Live nightclub in Miami, you guys have heard of Live, right?
He's from Pittsburgh,
He's from
right?
Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He happened to be in Pittsburgh. So at the end of the night, there's 10 people left in the bar at the end of the night. Mike's packing up his stuff, and here comes Elvis, who runs Live. And he's like, yo. And I just loved it. It was great.
No, that's
super
that
Pittsburgh,
tight.
we everywhere. Facts.
That's super tight.
Yeah, definitely.
I was going to ask you about location. What was your reasoning for location?
In Lawrenceville?
Yeah, fact.
Well, I was working predominantly in the South Side at that time, DJing, and my DJ career basically went from the Strip to the South Side, and then kind of, you know, I mixed in little spots all over the city after that. But Lawrenceville came into play because I was doing a lot of stuff in Lawrenceville with other people, and Lawrenceville just seems to be a little bit more artsy community at the time, and they were a little bit more open-minded about music. Southside, you know, not to diss Southside. I love Southside. I cut my teeth there for years. A lot of things with DJs in the Southside, a lot of places are playing the exact same stuff, you know. And I wanted Goldmark to kind of be a place where, like, you know, if you played house music, there's a house night. If you played reggae, there's a reggae night. There's a hip hop night. There's a soul night. There's a record. There's a all vinyl night. There's a pop night. There's, you know, so you can kind of get a little mix of everything in there. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of how Lawrenceville came into play.
Was this your first time having to run a bar too?
Yeah.
Like, not just the DJ side. Like you're running this whole business now. So how was that?
Yeah, it was a big learning curve, to say the least.
Hey, can I ask you? My fault. Go.
No,
Finish.
you're
Go.
good.
Go ahead. Finish.
And I was just gonna say, I learned a lot through friends. You know, DJing at the bars, and when I knew that opening a place was going to become more of a reality, I did a lot more homework and talked to a lot more people and had a lot more sit-downs and a lot more end-of-the-night chats and learned a lot more about the business than I realized. And the bar business is crazy. There's a lot of different facets to it. But, my wife actually helped me open the bar, and she has a good business mind too. So we run it together, and, you know, we've made it work. So
I just wanted to know, like, as a DJ for real, like, when you be playing DJ in spots, like, sometimes, like, people think, like, you got to cater to certain type of neighborhoods or certain certain type of music. Do you be more so just trying to, like, put people on a new shit, or do you not worry about that? You just play, like, however. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I feel like when I go to certain places, I know, like, I be trying to get them to play hardo shit and shit, and be like, you know, this ain't that type of crowd. And I be like, wondering, like, what type of crowd is, you know what I mean? As a DJ, I just wonder how you, like, filter that stuff in there.
So my biggest thing with DJing forever, ever since I started, was I just want to make people dance. Mm-hmm. So I watch the crowd. Period. I mean, it's a really easy, simple answer to that question for me. I know a lot of DJs, they get offended by requests. They get offended by, you know, a certain styles of music. They don't want to play certain styles of music. But by all means, if I'm playing hip-hop and somebody wants to hear a harder song, I have no problem playing a harder song.
Is
as
there
long as I
anything
think
like
people
you
are gonna
really
react.
like personally, like you feel like you had to let people get like you wanted to put them onto that, like, what would you think, like, what that jam would be like? Because I got a song, like, me personally, I was just on tour with Wiz and them, right?
Yeah.
There was this dude that was opening up named Rico Presley, and I felt like his music is, like, real different. Like, a lot of people, the first time you hear it, you gonna be like, you know what I mean? But I've been playing it for a lot of people since I came back to Pittsburgh, and they're like, I mean, but I really feel like he might be the next wave or something. But somehow he's just, like, letting people hear it, and it seemed like ever since he been on a tour, he been going up, and I just think I like his style of music. But I think, how is it hard to put people on without them judging you, like, you know what I mean?
It's hard. I'll give you, like, my standpoint for it. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. Personally, my favorite kind of music that I personally listen to, like when I go out and get in my car and I leave, it's stuff that I would never play in a club or a bar. You know what I mean? It's like chill, soulful, funky. So, like, whenever I'm listening to, like, I'll give you a perfect example. I go out to Cleveland every month and I play at this club in Cleveland. It's super fun. It's a party. It's crazy. I have to get myself in that mind state when I'm on the way out there, and I drive out there. So like for 2 hours, I listen to like some of my favorite DJs, some mixes they put out. You know what I mean? I try to get on a vibe of like what's gonna get me in the mood to party. But answer your question on a deeper level. Like I listen to music super thoroughly. Like, I try to be really intelligent about it when I listen to it and go, I try to put myself and my taste out of the picture and go, do I think people would dance to this? Sometimes, a lot of times, the stuff that people want to dance to, it's not even stuff that I like, honestly. But when I play it and I see 300 people dance to it or 200 people dance to it, it makes me enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, it puts me on a different vibe, and I'm like, oh, there's something that, just something about it.
Who's another, inspiration to you? Who like, as far as DJing, who's one of your big DJ
dude,
inspirations?
I have so many, man. When I was younger, I got into it more from Funk Flex.
Okay.
Listen to his mixtapes and stuff that he was doing on Hot 97. Getting through the 2000s, there were a lot of dudes in LA that were really inspiring at the time. There were these two cats from LA called Hall and Mason. If you guys ever get a chance, look them up. They did these 4 turntable sets with all vinyl, and they'd be mixing like 4 songs at once, like an acapella with like 3 different beats behind it, all mixing together, all in key. I mean, really crazy shit.
Yeah.
If you ever get a chance, look them up. They're on YouTube, and you can check them out. And then DJ AM, he was a big inspiration. DJ Fashion from LA, who's going to be at Scenario in a couple weeks. He's a big inspiration for me.
Wow.
I mean, dude, there's so many. I'm a DJ nerd to the max. I keep going and going.
So let's go back to like maybe Rump Shaker and Crowbar days.
Okay.
Like, what was like the favorite? Like, what was your favorite? What bar do you miss from that time?
Well, Rum Shaker, actually, before it was Rum Shaker, I'm like blowing out your speakers.
No, you're fine.
It was actually called the Roman Room, and that was actually my first night by myself that I ever had in the South Side. So that place holds a dear place in my heart. I used to play there on Thursday nights when I was at Point Park. I had to bring speakers, turntables, a mixer,
Everything.
the crowd.
Everything.
They paid me $25, and then I went to Stediford's Records the next day on Fridays, and I bought records with the $25. So that's how I built my record collection. Yep.
So,
but there's so many places in
because
Pittsburgh
that's what I mean. Like, Pittsburgh was flooded with crazy.
Yeah.
Like the whole the parking lot in Station Square was like Wham.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
What's the other shit?
Barroom.
Rowdy Bucks.
Rowdy Bucks.
Yeah,
Bro. Matrix.
I opened Wim. I
For
was the opening DJ.
See, and Wim was crazy.
He opened Wim.
Wim was like
He opened Wim.
Rowdy Bucks.
I forget what it.
Barroom.
Barroom. Yeah,
It
barroom.
was Barroom.
So you said that was your favorite club, the one that you first opened up with,
Wim.
like back in
Nah.
the day. No, it was the old
My favorite spot I ever played at in Pittsburgh was this. Well, there were two. There was one in the Strip. It was called Firehouse Lounge. That was the shit. And
love
shout out to my
Firehouse.
man Spencer. He owns a bar downtown right now, and it's called the Warren. But Firehouse Lounge was really cool because he had this. It's kind of like what I took for Goldmark. Like, he basically was just like, look, I just want to hear like, really good music. They were only open on Friday and Saturdays, but he was like, I just want to hear really good music, soulful stuff, throwback stuff. They kind of got a little bit of an older crowd. At that time, I was coming like pushing my way up into my 30s. So I was like, I really enjoyed working at that spot. Then from there was another place in Southside called S Bar.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm sure. I know you guys remember S Bar, but S Bar was like, that was whenever the owner of that place helped us bring in a ton of DJs from out of town. We had multiple nights there. I met
Surprised you
Mac
couldn't even
there.
get in there.
You met Mac there?
I met so many people at S Bar back in the day because there was something going on there every night,
Right.
and that was the idea that pushed me to Goldmark, where I was like, oh, people want to hear DJs. They want to hear different music. They want to, there's an outlet for this in Pittsburgh where young people will come on a Tuesday and hang out.
Yeah. Dude, once again, thank you so much. If you guys don't know, we've already talked about it. Go check out Nugget down at the Goldmark and its Scenario. Goldmark's down in Lawrenceville and Scenario's down in Southside. So,
Thank you guys.
Of course, man.
Appreciate
And,
you.
Yeah, ask him about the caption.
So we always take a picture with our guests, and we always want our guests to make the caption. So what would you like the caption to
Oh
say?
man. I've been saying this since I was in high school, but I'm gonna say the caption needs to be "Dream, don't sleep."
Dream, don't sleep.
I like that.
There you
bro.
go.
I like that. I like
My
that.
shit used to be, what was it? We don't sleep, we just eat, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dream, don't sleep. That's
Dream,
gonna
don't
be
sleep.
the caption.
Yo, this is DJ Nugget, and you're